Hello, it's Dr. Bhatt here. We shall discuss something more about surface tension, and the topic today is the liquid meniscus. What is liquid meniscus and why it is caused, and what is meant by liquid meniscus, we are going to discuss today. And look here, there is an image where different solutions or liquids are placed in various apparatuses. And if you observe carefully, you find that at the top of the liquid, the surface is not flat. It has certain curvature. And why this curvature is there? And this curvature on a liquid top or at the surface is known as liquid meniscus. Why meniscus is caused? What is the reason for it? We are going to discuss. And liquid meniscus is the result of role played between the adhesive forces and the cohesive forces acting over the surface of the liquid. We know that the cohesive forces uh, are within the molecules of the liquid and adhesive forces are at the surface of the liquid uh, where the container or with the walls of the container with a solid surface. So it is nothing but an interplay between the surface tension, cohesive forces within liquid and adhesive forces. When the adhesive forces are more than the cohesive forces, we get a concave meniscus. Contrary to this, when the adhesive forces are less than the cohesive forces, we get a convex meniscus. And it is well described here. Actually, the concave shape of the meniscus appears when the adhesive forces are greater than half the cohesive forces. And contrary to this, if the adhesive forces are less than half the cohesive forces, we get a convex meniscus shape. Now, what is concave meniscus shape and what is convex meniscus shape is well displayed over here. You find a concave meniscus shape, which happens in most of the cases. Means like there is a depression at the top of the liquid, and that gives a concave meniscus. Whereas in a convex meniscus, the top of the liquid is bulged out, and that is a convex meniscus. And here there is a image section of the image where section of the burette, which we have very commonly used. Here you find that the meniscus is there, which is concave in shape, of course, but then it has got certain depth. Now, what causes the depth and why it happens, we are going to discuss. What is cohesive forces and what is adhesive forces, we have already learned right there. And here there is a figure which tells us about the angle of contact. We shall take angle of contact is related to the wetting of the solid surface with the liquid. And more details about angle of contact, we shall take it up in some other uh, presentation. Now, a meniscus has got its own profile. And meniscus profile, what is meniscus profile is nothing but the disfigurement due to pure electrical interactional field over the surface molecule. What happens that the nature of the liquid plays an important role over the profile of the meniscus. It may be concave, it may be convex, but even then, the structure of the molecule is also important. It may be a polar molecule, it may be a non-polar molecule, and when there is a polar molecule, there comes into attractions between the molecule, which is known as electrical attractions. So, there is an electrical field due to charges of the polar and a non-polar molecule. Not only this, there is another force acting over the surface of the liquid, and that is the gravitational force, which tends to pull down the surface. And it is nothing but the meniscus profile is a disfigurement due to pure electric and gravitational effect. Now, next, we are going to discuss about something, the degree of curvature and the strength of the molecule upon the properties of the liquid. Curvature will be more, it may be less, it may be just slight. It depends upon a number of factors. Now, what are those factors? In most of the cases, the curve is deep and sunken or sunken. Why it is deep and sunken? A number of factors decide it. The relative strength of the adhesive and the cohesive forces, along with the other factors, determine if the meniscus will be deep, sunken, or shallow, and convex. Isn't it? And the properties are the adhesive force. High adhesion causes the liquid to spread out and adhere to the containing walls, resulting into deep and sunken meniscus. Wetting behavior. Liquid has got its own wetting behavior. The solid surface with which it is in contact gets wetted. The surface may be rough or it may be smooth. The degree or extent of roughness is also important. And the properties of the liquid acts equally well, such as viscosity, density, surface tension, can increase depth and shape of the meniscus. Thus, the relative strength of the adhesive and cohesive forces, along with other factors, determine whether the meniscus will be deep and sunken or shallow and convex. Well, we stop here. I advise students to go through it and, if need be, prepare their own notes utilizing these slides. Okay, thank you. We shall be back again with some other topic after some time.